Those memories. So dark.
Come on.
Well, if it's facts and logic you're after...
Yeah, well, I want to write my...
Yes, you came to me...
Did one of them just mention Tatarasuna? Is it just Paimon or is it kind? Great! Let's go find out what this Tatar...
Alright, I guess I'll... if only we knew where to find that traveler. From what they say about her, this seems like the kind of thing she'd know about.
Oh, you're the traveler, you say?
Hey, what's with that face?
No, of course I believe you. Actually, I first heard about your great exploits when I was still in Inazuma. This is my first time coming face to face with you and your mysterious silver-haired companion. I couldn't believe my luck, and out of force of habit, I started...
Sawada, for the love of... traveler, I hear you've helped many people a great deal and been to many...
Actually, we don't know much about that place either. In fact, we only came over here because we heard you talking about it, and...
My teacher chose this area of research...
If you don't mind...
hold on, Sawada, don't you...
Well, fair point.
Let me give you... But in the end, apart from the sword...
That's right. Akaba...
So first the string...
Yes, my thought...
Stop shouting!
This part's important. I just wanted to make it stand out. It just so happens that even back then, Tatarasuna was already at the center of Inazuma's smelting industry. The man in charge was a government official...
Wait, so there are two missing people in this story now?
That's right! What's more, Niwa is a name with a lot of history to it.
Oh, the swordsmiths? Yeah, like...
Wow, yes. You really know your stuff. That makes things easier. So, basically, this Niwa was a distant relative of the Kaidahara clan. Something then seems to have happened in the Kaidahara clan, leading to their downfall. I don't know the details, but taken in light of everything else going on around that time, it makes you wonder whether it's all connected somehow.
The Kaidahara clan?
Sawada, you left out the biggest detail of all.
Oh, yes, of course. How could I forget? Brace your minds, ladies.
Get to the point.
According to information acquired by Akaba's teacher...
A puppet?
Aha! Judging by the...
No! Paimon just meant, how creepy. The way you just...
I agree. It does.
Oh, and please read... Sawada, what? Oh!
Wait! You're allowed to just...
Akaba. Besides, if there...
Good point.
We have some other stuff to do, so what?
All right, thank you.
Hey, so... that thing... Okay, then... Even if we did know... After all, we could... If you ask Paimon, Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many... Hey, did you see that? He literally just went by, over there. It looked like... the Balladeer! No, it can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and see.
Huh. Huh. Huh.
Traveler, Nahida! Bad news. We just saw the... Did he escape or... Ah! It's him!
Sure enough, you're here.
Hey! What are you doing in the sanctuary of Surastana? Aren't you supposed to be locked up? I know you must have a lot of questions. Please, allow me to explain. It was my idea to set the Balladeer free. We made a deal, and he's gonna do some investigation in Irminsul for me. A deal? Huh. You sure you trust this guy?
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you can think about. But if that's the case, why haven't you done it already?
Don't flatter yourself. It was... Nahida said there's still some mysteries in you to figure out.
Ah, so if it were up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong. There I was thinking you were just getting cold feet.
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good start. Could I ask you all to please calm down? But Paimon's worried about you.
It's not every day you see people questioning the—
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge between us! As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making a deal.
Well, I, for one, have no reason to doubt you.
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information. You'll come— The Balladeer's power was all but plus. He's a former Harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets. Being stuck here in Sumeru could make him a sitting duck, depending on how the Fatui plan to respond. Wait a second. Former? You mean, he's not a Harbinger anymore? I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming back a—
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way. So as long as you have some value to offer...
As we discussed...
I think these two have made their objection to...
Yeah, obviously! Then let's put that discussion... Today can be a trial run.
Alright, then I'll...
Good. Go now, and keep in touch. Nahida, are you... Yes. I have my reasons for this decision, yes. As I told... Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the whole reason... You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twins' details in the Descender category. This is an extremely important point. It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. He was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer has the Gnosis, the amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond description. Sifting through all of it without knowing what to look for would take too long, even so I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. He's more familiar with this kind of information, and should be able to find it more quickly.
Exactly! Or what if... Paimon just doesn't trust him! He's treated us as enemies every time we've run into him!
I understand. How things will go in the future, our minds have as Sumeru's if this deal with the Balladeer hits my pleasure, really. You're Sumeru's hero. You've more than earned it. I was gonna contact... In fact, even though he'll... Of course, I'll be there to help. Great. Prepare yourself.
Wow. It looks pretty different here compared to last time. The colors are gentler. Guess that must be because Sumeru's at peace now.
Look at that. Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company. Oh, but I guess you panicked when you realized that I might enter—
Shut your beak, jailbird! No way a prisoner gets to be so smug!
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards. But right now, I'm on temporary release. So maybe you should think about backing off a little.
Sounds like a successful rendezvous. I need to be quite clear about something. In a few moments, you'll be entering into the innermost region of Irminsul. It is unlike anywhere else. Irminsul's inner region. I know there are many grievances between you, on both sides, but it is essential that you remain calm.
Fine. Let's call it truce.
Let's cut each other a little slack, shall we? Per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job to lead—
You sure are confident, Paimon.
If there are no further— Or did you need some time to mentally prepare yourselves?
Ew! Ugh, the snark on this guy, it's unbearable.
We can start now.
Irminsul access granted. Initiating connection procedure.
Is this a small sapling? Oh, darn it! Come on, let's catch up with him. Wow. So this is the inside of... Ooh. Paimon's never...
Irminsul is closely intertwined with the entirety of Teyvat. Every bit of information flowing here means something. Pick your jaws up off the floor. It's time to go.
Why is it that Paimon just wants to do the opposite of everything he says?
Lesser Lord Kusanali, we will now proceed to the heart of Irminsul.
Can you still sense where the heart of Irminsul is?
Yes. Permission to begin searching for information there?
Permission granted. Go ahead.
Let's go. Stay close. Don't go running off.
Hey, so... Say we did go running off in here. What would happen?
I was just imagining the look on your travel companion's face if you went and got lost. Anything's possible in here. You can't rule anything out. So if you want to stay safe...
These sapling things have spread out.
Those are all packets of information from inside Irminsul. Be careful not to touch them.
It looks the same in every direction. No wonder he mentioned concerned about getting lost. Huh. What do you know? He was actually telling the truth. Is he mocking me again? What is it this time?
There's a time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little? We're here.
What a
Lesser Lord Kusan,
Good, you made it.
ready when you are.
Then please begin. Preparing to access cognitive currents.
The Balladeer's actually doing what Nahida tells him.
The rest is up to you. If you discover anything at...
Will do.
Huh. For once, we're the ones with nothing to do.
Traveler, Paimon, would you like to talk? Yes, I've also invited Paimon to join.
Huh? What the? We can talk to each other inside our heads?
That's part of it. Plus, we're all friends. There's nothing wrong with us talking like this once in a while.
Paimon's never tried this before. This is great! So, Paimon's been wanting to ask you something. Don't you think the Balladeer's a bit of a walking contradiction? He's always talking back, but he seems to listen to what you say.
As I've told you before, there are still some mysteries for him to resolve. Things that are clear as day to me, but that he has yet to understand. Perhaps today will be the day that he finds some answers. Well done. Smart and attentive as always. So, you make...
Huh. Paimon thought nothing could get under that guy's skin. Turns out, he can get hurt and angry just like anyone else.
Everyone has a history, Paimon. Even if you're a puppet created by the Electro Archon.
Speaking of puppets, we ran into two people at the Academia today talking about an essay. Turns out their topic was about the Tatarasuna incident.
If you mean the mysterious events, the Kabuki Mono and so on, yes. I know about all of that.
Really? Because from what they were saying, it sounded like lots of Tatarasuna's history is still unexplained. And most of the information we have now is just from people filling the gaps with their imagination.
Oh? How interesting. Those two managed to deduce...
So the Gese got it right?
Well, they guessed right about one thing. Tatarasuna was sabotaged.
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having. Funny how all the good ones happen when I'm not involved.
What makes you think we're talking to each other?
Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously, I must be the topic of said conversation. Of course you do. You can't have your prisoner knowing too much.
So, have you found anything yet?
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up, though. You and your twin come from outside this world. It wouldn't surprise me if there was nothing on either of you in Irminsul at all.
Wait! How did you know about that? Did Nahida tell you?
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you. Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating more misery for myself. And making cordial conversation is something I can manage. Huh? Wait.
This light. It looks similar to those...
Anonymous data.
Hey! Don't you forget the agreement! You have to share it with us!
Shh. Just wait.
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are talking about Tatarasuna's furnace, after all. It may not pay to act rashly.
There's no one else who can enter the furnace. It has to be me.
Is that so? Well, since you insist.
It's...
I have been in Tatarasuna for some time now. You have shown me great hospitality, as has Mikoshi Nagamasa, and indeed, everyone under your leadership. Tatarasuna is a warm, welcoming place. As I understand, the forging industry with crystal skills.
Yes, well, were you allowed Akame even now?
You flatter me.
So you say, Escher.
My goods.
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected. What have we gained from adopting your new technology? And recently, none of the people who went out to... But that doesn't faze you.
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so sincere.
Mikoshi Nagamasa.
After all... Why, Mr.
Enough! I'm here because I'm in charge here.
Judging from the...
Drop the act! We're past that now. Whoever you are, I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left? Don't you have all your answers?
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment. A moment like this, where
You...
You're a little smarter than I initially gave you credit for. I thought I'd disguised myself exceptionally well. At least for the first few days. It's a long journey from Inazuma to Fontaine, but that didn't stop them. Eventually, they managed to confirm that Escher was an alias, and that I was not from Fontaine at all. And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity, and what I seek in Tatarasuna.
Did you... Oh, but you're quite wrong. There is...
Whoever you're working for...
It's no trouble, if you must know. Just to create...
That's it.
Look how even the righteous soul is filled with my device. It is easy. Make no mistake.
He has...
What a beautiful way to see the world. Think of me as a monster. I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. Will your puppet friend become a human, Mr. Niwa? Jester, I have completed the task you gave me. Creating a gap and infiltrating Inazuma's inner... I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he proves useful, let's...
Hey!
Dottore. Dottore! Good. Good.
Was that the doctor? Did he? But why did we see...
When I touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments...
Maybe so.
Does it? You know very well what that means. Even more so than I.
Let's give him some space.
We need to give him some time to process his emotions.
I'm still confused about the Tatarasuna incident. So, the doctor was behind it, but...
Nobody has ever deceived you like that, Paimon. So now you have the... It was all a horrific experiment planned of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's experiment. After the event, the load was far beyond the mechanic removed the withered heart from the device as the balladeer was stunned that such unthinkable cruelty had brought him the thing he'd been longing for his entire life. He thought Niwa had completely betrayed him, and yet this very betrayal had ensured his survival. Overwhelmed with anger and sorrow, the balladeer threw the heart to the ground.
Holy moly.
Yes.
Dottore, you brazen-faced... Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
Shall we see how he's doing? Hey, you alright? That's a scary expression.
Are you worried about me? If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies me to be your friend. It won't.
Hey, are you
That's why we're here. But unfortunately, there's no information about the Descenders in Irminsul.
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not keep records on the Descenders. Anyone who comes from beyond this world is not counted as part of Teyvat.
Oh, does that mean we have to leave empty-handed?
Don't thank me just yet. You look really upset. Well, since Irminsul was a dead end,
Huh? About what?
the reason why there are records about your brother in Irminsul. It might have something to do with Conria. Apparently, Conria was his first destination when he arrived in this world. Plus, he only came to this world because the heavens responded to the sun.
The heavens responded?
The Jester told me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria. I don't know the details. It's up to you whether you want to believe me. Did you get all that, Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yes. Astonishing news.
Does this info count towards...
Very valuable.
Good. In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
Huh? What have you done?
Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. Even if I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return, I'd like you to answer a question for me. Give me your hand. Can you hear my voice inside your head? No, I can't do anything like that anymore. So tell me. Done.
Huh? What the? What happened?
Nothing. I was just thanking her. So long. I suggest you get...
Where are you going? Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running off?
Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again. From this day forth, the names Balladeer and Kabukimono will cease to exist. Those who died in Tatarasuna because of me deserve another chance at life.
Hey, Balladeer! Don't do anything stupid!
You know, I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny things swarming together can... But if a colony of harm...
Balladeer! Balladeer! Uh-oh, he disappeared. Oh no, he's really gone!
Oh, can you hear me?
Nahida!
Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer, what happened just now? I was suddenly cut off by some kind of power.
It was the Balladeer's fault. He shut you out!
I didn't think he'd be capable of something like that with so little power left. Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated? Or did he achieve something beyond his abilities, and it took everything he had?
Where the heck did he go? Ugh, it's all our fault. We were supposed to keep an eye on him. Sorry, Nahida.
Don't be. It's not your fault. Please, let me handle this from here, even though I'm not sure I can solve it. We're running out of time. Follow my lead and get out of Irminsul as soon as possible.
We're out! And we're at, an inn or something?
This is an emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now. Everything... I'm sorry, but...
An emergency?
Don't worry.
Her voice has gone. Paimon can't shake the feeling that something really big has happened. He wants to change the past? But surely that's impossible! Right! You can't just rewrite history! All that stuff happened already in real life! It's like, imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. Even if no one was there to see it, Paimon would sure as heck remember drinking it. So, why does... Huh? Sorry, Paimon accidentally... But erasing yourself from history? It's unthinkable. Is that really possible in Irminsul? Uh-oh. Paimon's head is overheating from trying to understand what he's up to. Ugh. Paimon's had it with that little brat. He's been nothing but trouble ever since we met him. There's no way he'll actually succeed, right? Otherwise... There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, have you got any ideas on what... Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep. But Paimon's still so worried. Paimon won't be able to sleep a wink tonight. So, how about, we list all our favorite foods to take our mind off things. Alright, Paimon will start. First dish. Munt and Drayan chili chicken. Oh, also Adeptus Temptation. What was Paimon supposed to be doing just now? Paimon was, talking? Huh. Paimon suddenly can't remember what she was talking about. What was it again? The balladeer? Is that a food too? What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it something Paimon said? So, the balladeer. Is that someone's name? 'Cause it sounds like a nickname or something. Okay, sure. Where are we going? Huh? Fine by Paimon, but is everything okay? You're acting like this isn't a...